Today we're going to look at the data table. This is a component from the Unofficial Salesforce site. All the links will be in the description so you can download and install this onto your system and be able to use this great new component. So we'll go into our screen here and we're just going to go find data table and drag that on. Then we have all these great options for the data table. Of course, we have our name, which we would put in, and then we can select an object. So this is going to have most of your standard objects, probably some of the custom objects. If you want all the objects, we just click this and we'll get all the extra objects, things like account history, all those extra objects that are normally hidden, similar to what you'll see in the data loader. I'm just going to select account just for now. We look at which records are going to be displayed, and this is going to come from a collection. So it could be from a get collection or from another type of collection that you put together, so a record collection, and then you can determine which of those records are already selected. Again, this is also another record selection collection. Then we get into our table formatting, and here's where we can configure our columns. So if we click on configure columns, so we can do it manually or we can pick from the list, and this is great. In the old version, you had to actually type in all the stuff that you wanted. Here you can just pick things you want, so it's left to right. Grab it, easy enough. It shows you some sample data. So let's take a look at the other features on this form. One of the things we've got here is under the account number, under all the fields actually, is all these different options. So to wrap text, clip text, we've got our alignments, the ability to select an icon. So you can select an icon for every single column. The other option you have here is to change the label. Because this does take up a lot of real estate, you might want to get rid of something within labels to make the labels smaller, so you don't when you have a lot of fields in your data table, you're not going to take up too much real estate. And then we have the ability to allow the edit for this particular field and allow to filter. At the bottom here, we have a snap column width, so we can snap things into place. And then we have the ability to make everything editable and the ability to make everything filterable with one click. Next thing, we can either display a header or not display a header, and then we can put in whatever we want as our header name in the account icon, or we can pick an icon. So if we click on open here, it'll give us a list of all the standard icons, so you don't have to go and search for the one you want to put in. You just pick it off the list. Next in our list is our maximum number of records we want to display. If you have a long list, let's say 50, 60 records, you don't want your flow to go 50, 60 records long. So you may want to maximize this at 10 or 7 or whatever you feel comfortable with. Then we have the option to show numbers, not show numbers, add a border, don't add a border. Then we can have single row selection. So when you select something off of your data table, it only select that one row, or we can disallow row selection altogether, which would make it like a view only. Then we can hide our header actions or not. We can show the navigation links or not. And then we can open links in the same tab. Do that, or if you leave it unchecked, it would open in a new tab when you click the link. Next is for Apex data defined. I'm not going to go into this because I don't understand it so much. I'm more declarative. I don't do a whole lot of Apex. So if you wanted to really dig into this, you'd have to dig into this on your own. Then again, at the end here, we have our table height and our key field. Key field is usually the ID, but you can put in a different key field if you want. Next, we have our set visibility, which always has our 3 options: the AND option, the OR option, or the mixed logic, where you can pick ANDs and ORs. Put it all together to determine when this is going to show up and when it's not going to show up. And then we get our advanced, and this is where we would put in our manual variables. Depending on what you're dealing with when it comes to the data table, you would put in your edited rows, make edits. The output would go into a collection, and then you could use that collection. You could take all your edited rows and then save it to the object. And then our number of selected records, output here. Generally, I would use the output records. So this is where it's really powerful is pulling out those output edited fields, or the selections as well, the selected row, the selected rows collection. So if you select a bunch of records and you want to put those through a loop for whatever reason, you can do that. That's where the real power is, I think, within this component. Thanks for watching this video. If you made it all the way to the end, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave a comment down below. You can follow me on Twitter. You can send me an email if you have any questions. Until next time, this is Helpful Salesforce Admin signing off.